Good morning. It's Monday, 12th of September 2022. It's 7:30 in the morning. This is EURUSD 5-minute chart. Now I'm looking at a market that's in a trading range. We had a gap up. You can see here. I think market reacted to some sort of news over the weekend. It's a weekend gap. And right now market is in a trading range. This is the high of the range. This is the low of the range. I'm looking to sell high and to buy low. So I'm going to wait for the market to come somewhere up here. And then I'll look for short entry. Or I would wait for the market to come down here and then I'll look to buy. If the market was to fall and take the low of this bear candle's low here, I'll take a short position. So if the market was to fall to come to this entry, I'll take a short position with a profit target down here near these lows. So far there is this trend line here. Look at the support, bounce, support, higher high, support, higher high. So it's a very valid trend line. And an entry here would have a profit target somewhere up here. The market didn't reach up here yet. Market came down, made a double bottom, and then trying to bounce back up. If I assume that this is a breakdown below this green trend line, a retest, and then an attempt to continue downward, it could make sense to short one tick below this bear candle with a stop loss up here. My original plan was to short top of the range and to buy bottom of the range. I'm not sure if the market is coming up here or not. I still sense that the market is coming up here, or even up to this green trend line up here. This market has a little bit more to push higher. Which makes me think that this short position that I want to open here is a bad idea. This long entry here is not even invalidated just yet. Market made a double bottom and trying to hold it. So yeah, if the market does not fall below the low of the prior bar, I will not open a short entry. I'll just stay and watch and try to short towards the range. Okay, candle closed in a very bullish way here, so there is no short entry. Plus this candle did not fall below the prior bar's candle, below the prior candle's low, sorry, which would trigger a short entry. So now I'll just wait to see what the market wants to do, because this area here is just very crowded, tight trading range, hard to trade here. And I can understand why, because people who are trying to take short position near this red trend line believe that the market is going to fall down, and people are trying to take a long position near this green trend line believe that the market will keep pushing higher, and then you get this very tight trading range where a lot of bulls are opening positions and a lot of sellers are selling at the same time. Also you can see that there's higher lows, so this is the low, that's a higher low, that's a higher low, and now we have a higher low. So this indicates that there is buying pressure builds up, and market is more likely to go a little bit higher just based on these higher series of higher lows. This candle closed here, long tail at the bottom of the candle indicating a lot of buying pressure. Strong bull breakout here. Market was clearly slightly bullish than bearish, and I'll get ready to short somewhere around this yellow zone, right around this zone here. Why this line is here? Because that's a measured move up, and if traders are looking to take a measured move up around the same level to put us somewhere up here. Okay, so there's two possibilities in my head. Possibility number one, this market is coming back down here to this green trend line and then have another push higher. This is possibility number one, which means market might pull back around this area here. It's resistance zone. Market might pull back, but it's not going for a reversal just yet. Still push a little bit higher, which is more likely to happen. Somewhere like here, assuming that this is the resistance zone, and market comes up here, and then I take a short position. Market actually starts going lower, by just going for this green trend line before a final push higher, and then you completed your 1, pull back 2, pull back 3, and then you get some sort of a reversal. Somewhere this is top of the range, somewhere here. Oh, this trend line wouldn't exist. Yeah, you can see market 1, pull back 2, pull back 3. And if you took a short position here, there is still a final leg up. But I'm gonna get ready to short soon. I'll short this candle close likely. Okay, so I'm gonna short a candle close here near top of the range. And I'm gonna have a stop loss around 90. I'm setting up. Let me have my stop at 100. Yep. Tough target at a 200. I still believe this has a little bit more to go. Just a little bit more. Yeah, but it's my plan. My plan is to short above this in this zone, especially near this one here, because it's a measured move up. From here to here, we'll put us somewhere here. Maybe I could have waited for a second entry, but I don't want to wait for a second entry because I'll get a worse price. I prefer to short here with a stop somewhere here, and if the market was to keep going higher, I just exit with a loss, and I'm gonna find another opportunity to go short. I believe that first attempt to reverse is likely to fail, which is this attempt here. Assuming that we had this breakout here, and this is the first attempt to fail, and we had bear candle taking the low of the prior candle's low. So this low went below the low of this candle here. So this was the first attempt to reverse, and it failed. Our market pushed up a little bit more, and then second attempt was successful, and I guess this is likely to happen here. My stop loss is around 1134. Yep, 1134. Stop loss is just below this green trend line. Okay, this candle closed very bullish. That's not looking good for me. Strong breakout, another candle closing bullish, and yeah, market just kept pushing through this resistance area. I'm waiting to see if we're gonna get any reversal here or just my stop is gonna be taken out. Okay, I'm stopped out here. Market is coming up with so much momentum. Yeah, there's even a $6 slippage. There's so much momentum to the upside. It's okay, I'm gonna wait and look for my next trade. Just want to say that this is very mentally challenging to just see this is happening and I'm not in. It is very tough. Okay, this was the breakout here. I took a short position somewhere here. It didn't work well. Anyway, for now, I have two setups in my mind. If the market was to break higher, I would buy the breakout. If the market was to form some sort of market structure, then I would have a setup depending on this market structure. But mainly I'd be looking to buy. Market is approaching this double top area here. Two possibilities. One, we get a successful breakout, and in this case, I would enter somewhere around 2003. Second would be double top or fail breakout, come back down. Okay, I think market is forming a trading range. I don't think market would reverse and come all the way down here. I think this is just going to be a bull flag trading range, and I believe it's a good area to buy. If I buy here, where would my stop be? Just down here, and the market could easily come down here and still come up. So I feel like I have no good setup just yet. Okay, when the market came down here, we had this doji, and it has tail at the bottom of it, which indicating that bulls were buying down here. And once this bear bar closed near its low, near the low of this doji, bulls started buying, and then we had this swing. So it's like an indication where to buy because no one want to buy blindly. So once you see this doji here, it's indicating that buying pressure started to accumulate, and you get this bear bar closing at slow, and then that was a good entry long. Similarly, we have this 2-bar reversal, bull bar closing at its high. There is no follow through from the bulls because immediately the bar was sold at the open. But you can see this tail at the bottom here. When market came down here again to the bottom of this bull bar, there is some sort of buying pressure. It was not enough to close the candle bullish like this one. This is a follow through after this one. So yeah, bulls are not in control just yet. But this is clearly a trading range price action. Swing down, swing up, swing down. So mainly I want to buy somewhere around this area. Plus I believe this is the only market structure we have now. Except if the market is coming all the way down here. That's a long way to go. So if this was to continue going higher, I believe market need to hold somewhere around this as a support. There was a candle here, the support, market came below it. If it managed to close back again above it, would be a good indication. We have very strong bull spike, similar to what we had today. The market fell all the way to this support, found support, lower high, double top, exactly similar to what we have now. Market came back again to this area of support, did not find support immediately. Put a bull bar, but market kept pushing lower. Put another bull bar, but market again kept pushing lower. And then there was a reclaim. And from there, I expect price might bounce around this level here. This is 1.14. Well, for two reasons. Reason one, if we take, it's a 50% retracement from the bottom of this bull spike. It's 50% retracement. Second reason, if we take a measured move for this double top, it's somewhere around the same area. Yep. It's important that the market came here because London session opened here at this yellow line. That was the London open. And if I'm a bull who bought here, assuming that this market is gonna be in an uptrend all day, I'm likely to have my stop somewhere below this candle. Usually this environment is hard for me to trade because I feel like I have no market structure to draw my trend lines. It's not like down here. I was like clear support, support, support. Or here, support, support, support. Now I feel like price is in the middle of nowhere. There's no levels. So the only way to trade for me is to wait for the market to build levels. So I've been waiting for very long. For 2 hours and 25 minutes. We have a support level here, we have a double top area here. A trade idea might be to wait for the market to pull back and then take a short position. Could be. Well, today's lesson is it goes up so quickly, comes down so quickly. So if I don't catch it on the way up, I should have caught it on the way down. Okay, regardless of what's going on now, I expect today to be a trading range day. Massive push up, double top, very strong push down, and I believe the market is going to be ranging all day. If market comes back up here again, that's a clear short opportunity. We're at the bottom of this move. I guess if market comes somewhere down here, that's a long opportunity. For now, I don't know how far down this could go. I think I'll take a small short position here. I might add on the breakout below this bull bar. Five-minute candle coming into the close here after 5 seconds, and doesn't look good for the short position. Market took the low of the prior bar's low and immediately reversed up and closed near its high. That doesn't look good. I guess I'll exit here. Taking the low of the prior candle's low and closing near the high. That indicates buying pressure. This is the follow-through bar. This market is unbelievable. Like these swings, it's just so hard to trade like this. I believe market will push just a little bit lower. I don't believe this is the low. So I'm gonna short again here. Or I may wait for a candle close and then go short. I'm not gonna short now. You know what, I'm actually shorting now. Yep. I'm shorting again here. $42. Getting the stop loss on this one onto 42. I'm not convinced this is the bottom. It looks like a micro double bottom, but I believe market will push just a little bit lower. The candle closed, or will close right now. This doesn't look like a good close for bears. It's not a good close for bulls either, because market took the high and immediately reversed, but couldn't close near the low. So this doesn't look good. I believe this favors the bears. A 60% chance market is going lower. Now the thing is, it took me so long to actually say I'm gonna take a short position. And by the time I'm gonna take a short position, there's already tons of profit takers. And you can see how the market's stalling here. The market did not stall here at all. Just bear bar, bear bar, bear bar, bear bar, attempt to reverse, immediately failed, bear bar, and so on. Yeah, right now, late bears will be squeezed, I guess. I'm gonna wait for a candle close here, and then I'll decide if I want to stay on the trade or not. Because it's like taking a long position up here. If I bought here and market starts stalling, outside bar, inside bar, doji, market is taking the high, closing down, market is taking the low, reversing back up. If I see this, I'd assume that the market is trying to shift the momentum, and then the momentum is not up anymore. At least this is two-sided trading, and this is exactly what's happening here. Here, 1 minute into the close, and this candle is gaining momentum. If it didn't close near its low, I'll exit. So I'll make a decision exactly after 30 seconds if I want to stay on this trade or not. I know chances are 60 to 70% you're going to see lower lows. Okay, I'm staying in the trade because market made high, low, lower high, lower low. So this is slightly bearish, more bearish than bullish. 5 seconds into the candle close, it's a doji. Took the high of the prior candle and then closing it near the low, but it's a doji nevertheless. Doesn't have a bear body, but showed that bears were selling up here. But I know the bulls are buying down here, assuming that this is a double bottom, and it could be before the market pulls back to the moving average. One thing to notice about this doji, it has higher low and a higher high, and I don't like this. So we have lower high, lower low, then we have a higher high, higher low. Because even though it's a doji, where the high and the low relative to the candle that came prior it matters, and that's a higher high and a higher low, which is indicating some sort of buying pressure. So I want to assume that this is a failed final flag, so that the market is going to push lower just a little bit below it and then reverse up, and this is going to be a final flag. This is my assumption, but we're still going to get a little bit of a squeeze down. This candle does not look good at all for my trade. It took the low of the prior candle's low and then bull candle closed near its high. So I guess I want to exit out of my trade now. It just doesn't look good. Looks like it could see some sort of follow through. And exit one tick above it. So if this candle was to come up here, I'm out. I'm out. Unfortunate. I think I'm done for the day. Just it's a very weird day for me. This and then this and the only setup I had was here in the morning and I did not take it. So I cannot trade in this environment. I'm done.